Hello there everyone, and welcome back to my next episode on the Welsknight Patreon server. I am Mar, and we're once again here on the End Island Transformation Project. And as you may be able to see behind me, there's a bit of turtle action going down there in the water. Gru had brought over a whole bunch of turtles, actually dolphins too, but they must have either beached themselves or jumped off the end into the void. The turtles, some of them I'm pretty sure probably did a similar act with the void, but most of them just kind of clustered over there near the obelisks and just sat there. I don't know why they like that spot, but they are mad to get back over there. I have spent a couple hours today, quite a few of them actually, trying to do more for safeguarding the island, in particular around the rim of the lake here, as well as the rim of the island itself. Around the lake, as you can see, I've pretty much brought up 2 blocks of leaves in nearly every single spot. The only spot I wouldn't have them is just every so often, just so players can get out, but it's too narrow for a turtle because their hitbox is slightly larger than 1 full block. Not quite 2. They can fit through some skinny gaps, but it is still more than 1, at least as far as I was experiencing with them. So ideally it should be turtle proof. They should be completely confined to the water here. There's glass underneath that log, as well as the other spots that we have those kind of bridges. Most of them just congregate over there anyway, so I mean it may not look quite as cool as having a whole bunch of turtles roaming the lake, but you do have a couple in a few other places. These 2 seem particularly docile. I don't think they've moved an inch the entire time I've been here. Now, as about the entire island itself, I have done something that I thought would be kind of a cool idea. It was quite an involved process to get it done. It was something I thought about a couple days ago, maybe a week ago, I'm not sure, and the more I thought about it, the more I wanted to do it, even though it was going to be quite a task, and that was to put water all the way around the island. Now this serves a couple purposes. Partially to safeguard it. If you fall off, whoops, you're not falling into the void, you know. I mean, obviously you might have your Lytron rockets, but let's say you don't have them, or you ain't able to get to them in time or whatever. You've got the water flowing down the side of the island, all the way to the lowest level. This also helps cover up all this nasty end stone. So, it goes all the way around the entire island, as you can see here. There were a few places where the end stone kind of jutted out, like right here's a good example, where I had to go down and add some more water just to keep everything completely covered. That's not quite what I wanted to land on. It was also kind of worrying here. I didn't want to knock any of the carpet off, but it actually kind of worked out perfectly, because I was able to put the water right up the side, snug up against the elevator shaft, basically, and still have the water covering up the sides of it. Because I mean, you're only going to see the backside if you're over at the ender. Ideally, you wouldn't really see any of this most of the time. And it looks like I missed 1 gap right there, I just realized. Well, we can't have that. No, no, no. Let's grab a water bucket. And I guess we can put the seagrass now away and out as well. There was 1 turtle in here. I'm certain I saw it crawling around when I was putting down the water, but when I came back to find it, I couldn't locate it. So I don't know if it managed to dodge me and it's, you know, somewhere out here now, or if it took an untimely plunge off the edge. I'm not sure. But we'll keep our eyes out for it anyway. So let's put this away. And I need 1 water bucket. And I think it was just to the side near the tower over here. So let's see. Do we see where... Is that it right there? That might be it right there. Let's take a look. Yep, that's it, alright. That's it. Let's see, maybe put it right... Oh, I guess we'll just put it right there. That's fine, I guess. It's kind of nerve-wracking to be in the water streams, but it kind of was one of the easiest ways to get it done, especially in these areas where you have leaves just hugging the edge so hard, because I wanted to cover up all the dirt as well as the end stone. So there, that's taken care of. We can go put our bucket back. Now with that taken care of, the only, like we left off with the previous episode, I haven't really done anything since then, other than move turtles and put up the leaves and the water bucket, you know, watering around the edge. So I haven't finished off the other 5 platforms, and I haven't done any work in the foliage. Now, like I said again, I'm going to do all the work in the foliage off screen. So once we finish these 5 pillars, I'll probably move us to a new project and just periodically bring us back, maybe once or twice, to be honest. I'm not sure how much time it'll take to finish it off entirely, but bring us back for a little miniature updates and then like a final look over, basically. So we're pretty close to being able to call this project not done, but done as far as video content is concerned. Probably today, honestly, because we'll probably do 1, maybe 2 on screen, and then, you know, cut and call it a day, and I'll finish the rest off camera today. So let's put our bucket away, and I've been collecting some resources, both for the platforms as well as for the foliage underground, or not underground, but underfoot, I guess, under the tree cover. Let's put our torches in our offhand. So these are the shulkers I've been collecting. We've got some stony things, a little bit of lighting, a lot of fences that I made too many of, to be honest. We've got some general greenery things. We've got some ferns, a little bit of, I mean, this isn't really necessary because we're going to be using bone meal as well, but I figured I'd get it out of the chest. So we've got some vines, some cobwebs maybe, some flowers nicely. These ones are the big ones, so we can just bone meal them to make more. We've got a stack of oxeye daisies, which we could probably get more of, yeah, without too much trouble. Got plenty of bone blocks for just general bone meal spamming. We've got some sugar cane to put along the edge of the river in certain places. We've got these in case we need to add more path blocks in any of the spots. Lots of wood, some quartz. So those are basically what I've got going currently. I was looking in these chests trying to think of what else we might want to do. Now, we might want to plant some potatoes. Let's see what else we got. We got some wheat, maybe do some of that. Some carrots. The thing is, with these, you need a water source, and you have to till the soil and all that stuff. And I'll honestly, if I do any of that, I'll probably do it last. We got tons of flower pots. I'm not sure if we'll end up using any of those or not. Let's see. These are all empties. Dyes, bones, vines, mushroom blocks, some wool, mushroom stem, chests and signs and the such. Coral, we're probably done with coral. The water portion of the project is probably complete. Got more ferns in case we run out. Fish, we've already used all of them. We've got turtle eggs. I suppose we could put those in some places, so long as there is sand. So let's pop those in there. Random stuff. Let's see if there's any random things we may want to add. I mean, there's some things that you could add, but like hay bales, but I don't think it would necessarily fit in with the theme. Not really seeing a whole lot. Probably not. And then over here you just got like all the various building blocks. But I already grabbed some stony things, already grabbed some wood things, some sand and end stone type things. I mean, I suppose a little podzol maybe? The thing is, maybe it was just my imagination, but I was trying to get like grass to grow on coarse dirt and podzol, and it didn't seem to want to do it. I haven't used them myself very much, so maybe it's not possible. I guess we can grab some anyway, just in case, you know, sprinkle it around some places. You know, that's probably not enough of this. Let's grab a fair bit more. There we go. That's probably way too much now. Kelp. Not really. Don't really want kelp. There's some various things in here. but I don't think we really need any of it. Yeah. So let's take these and let's go down and take a look at one of the towers that needs to be built. Alrighty, so here we are. I've got, this is the next one on the list. We did this one in our last episode, and I want to do something kind of similar to that one over here. It's not going to be broken down, but it's not going to be quite as fully fleshed out as, I guess we can't see any from here, but as the other bridges that we, you know, made. This one I want to have a little bit more of a magical feel to it. Now, the trick is that we're so very high up. Let's see, we might need to get some scaffolding blocks. Let's grab some end stone. And I guess we'll just start it right here. Well, that's not gonna help. I need to be able to get in there. We'll do it right here. So let's take this back here to approximately underneath it. Yeah, that's good enough. And let's grab some of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all we should need. So let's come back over here. Alright, and go up. And we just want to cover up the soul sand as well as get rid of the stone. So we're not going to want any of that. This, oh. Okay, I guess we're going to need 2 more. That was more than I thought it was going to be. So, 2 more. You know, we might as well just keep the stack with us. Won't hurt anything. We've got inventory space for it. And there. Now we can't see that. That's the main thing I wanted to do right there. I'd like to avoid losing any of the endstone. I mean, we got plenty of endstone. I just don't want to have to go get more. Now, what I need to do is... I'm probably going to do this off camera here in a moment, but I want to kind of do another bridge that kind of has a magical feel to it. And I want it to kind of arc. So maybe, because this is the pathway in. This is where you enter this gateway staircase, so that it'll kind of curve and then, you know, do something kind of like that as it's going down the slope. This stone thing is gonna go away. So I have to figure out what the curve should be from this point to over here, as well as how quickly, like how rapidly it should descend. And that's gonna be a little tricky floating out over here. So let me get an idea of what the curve should be, and then I'll be right back. There we go. I think that should do it. I actually went quite a bit further than I thought I would. I started building it, and then I tore it all down, and then I started building it again. This is the curve I ended up coming up with. It's not necessarily the best curve in the world. I like things to be kind of mathematical, too, perfectly spaced and all that, which isn't very organic, I know. This is definitely not mathematical, though, so maybe that's a point in its favor. I do have one last thing I need to do for this, and that is to add more to the underside. I'm thinking each beam here should be at least, let's see, this one is 1, 2, 3. I think I want to add on 2 more underneath this one, so maybe each beam should be 5 logs. So that's 3, 4, 5. 3, 4. I don't think I can get that one from here. But that's the general concept. I think each of them should be 4 or 5 logs, and then a single spruce fence dangling underneath. The problem is we're gonna need to get underneath ourselves. We're gonna have to crawl down there and see if we can't get this all taken care of. I've had to drop down into the water numerous times to retrieve. Did I see a block right there? Yes, I did. To retrieve lost blocks, like that one. See it. Come on, get me up there. Come on, Elytra. Don't do this to me. There we go. Woo! Alright, let's land somewhat safely. Okay, that's good enough, I suppose. So, we're too close really to do these ones, so I think we'll just start with the ones that are furthest back. So, Now this was 5 already, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, so add a spruce fence. I can't tell what that one is. Is that one 5 already as well? It's so hard to see from down here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 4. So that's 5. Come on, don't knock me off. That's not fair. And this. It's kind of weird that those two are going to be touching, but I guess you can't really do anything about it. That one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if I break that, I can put a fence down there without even having to see it. Let's see. 1. Is that 1? No, I think that's 2. So 3, 4, 5. Fence. That looks like it's also 2. 1, 2, 3, and fence. Let's have some of these scaffolding blocks. And that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fence. And I think we're about to run out of jungle wood. That's okay. We've got more. That is 1, 2, 3, I think. So 4, 5, and fence. I can't really tell. That one's got to be at least 2, maybe 3. Let's see. Oh, it's only 1, really? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? Yes, I think so. And fence. And while we're over here, is that other one? Yep, that one's the same. So 2, 3, and we're out. That's 3. Mental note to self. That's 3. There we go. Let's get some more jungle wood. We'll just take all of the jungle wood that we have. We're gonna have to go back and get more, of course. That's fine. 3, 4, 5. And fence. Let's see here. Well, actually, I do need my scaffolding blocks again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fence. 2, 3, 4, 5, and fence. Let's see, how many back there? I think I need to do some over there. Let's bring that in. That's looking pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's only 4. It's not very good. 1, 2. Yeah, we're gonna have to go lower down in order to get these ones. Okay, so let's get rid of this scaffolding. I'll put it back up a little bit lower. Put the rest of these pillars down for this section over here, and then I'll be right back. I think it's all set now. I've got them all going down to the desired length, and I'm pretty sure it's good to go. It feels good to me coming up, going down. The only place where you really run into trouble is right here. You kind of have to kind of swing to the left there. I mostly just put, I mean, this top slab is supposed to be there. The bottom slab I just put in just to fill the space. It's really the only place where you really run into a snag, which means I think that this one is complete. The next one is over this way. And actually, I took a look at the last 4, all of them, just trying to get an idea. I want to try and keep as many of them unique as possible. I have a vague idea of what I want to do for that one, but it's going to be another large one, and I don't think we have time to do it in today's episode. This one it's probably the highest. These last 3, this one's probably the furthest off the ground, but it is above the ground. You know, it's not floating over the void or anything. So this one we might be able to get away with just doing a simple staircase. If we come over here, this one is almost right on the ground. Honestly, I'll probably just put some bushes and maybe some like a very small rock mound around this one and call it good, which is kind of similar to some of the other ones we have. But when you're so low to the ground, there's not a lot of, you know, variety that you can go with. And then you've got this one over here that's also a little ways off the ground. These 3 are probably going to be the easiest ones, to be honest, compared to this one over here that's floating over over the little ravine down there. Now, my idea is to build a sort of circular platform underneath it, and then just build some sort of walkway over to like here or thereabouts. You know, I might even get rid of these slabs and bring this ground up a little. Because it's above the elevation that's right here, we have to go up. So I hate it when you have to go down in order to go up, I guess. I think it will make it more complicated than it needs to be. Let's see, let's grab some grass. And I am apparently lagging. I've got 5 bars, but hello? Oh, there we go. Yep, there we go. Alright, let me get back in. I may just finish this little bit here and then bring it back. I mean, if I'm having server problems, there may not be anything we can do. So, let me see if I can't get reconnected and see where we stand. Alright, well, I'm back, and it seems to be working a little better. At least now it tells me I actually have only 1 bar. It's really weird. And I just realized I put in this grass and I didn't need to because, well, actually, now that I say that, maybe I could start bringing it up here. Let's see, grab these slabs, do something like that, and then let's see what block types should we use. Maybe one of those. And sand, no, not really looking at the sand. Well, maybe I will, because right here we've got a block to actually sit it on. I don't want to go too high with this design. Maybe we stop it right here. We grab, and I want to chop this tree down. It's kind of in the way. You know what? Let's do that. Let's chop this tree down. We'll have to manually get those leaves down. Some of them, anyway. Some of them should despawn. Some of them will be too close to that tree, I would imagine. And let's take this down. Widen this just ever so slightly. Do I have any more grass? I do not. Okay. We'll just do that then. And here we'll use a brick, I guess. So that gives us a 3 wide gap, which is what I usually use for the bridges. Let's do that right there, and same thing right here. Slab across like this. Actually, is that right? Yeah, I think it is, because then you do this and this. I think that's right. Where'd you come from? There's a little bit of spawnable space downstairs, like underneath the island. I've been trying to find all the spots, but it's really hard to find them all. Which, once they spawn in down there, that means they can teleport wherever they want. Well, let's just, nudge you down into the water. How's that? Oh no! I looked at him! Come get me now! Oh, you don't like the water. Doesn't it suck to be you? Did you get me? Yeah? Come here, come here. There we go. Guess we'll use our newly acquired ender pearl to get back up there. Or not. Woo! Well, I guess if we're gonna be up here, we might as well land in the tree and get rid of some of these leaves. Goodbye, leaves. I guess we'll probably give it... Yeah, that shape seems reasonable. If I really cared a lot about it, I'd get out my silk, or my fortune axe and use that to get the leaves, get more saplings, but now that I've actually finished, you know, with the trees everywhere, I'm not too concerned about that anymore. So let's see. Spruce. Spruce. And... let's see here. The problem with this design is that I usually have a second one. Well, I know what I'm doing wrong. Let's do it this way. We'll do it like that. And I guess this has to go. Which I guess is fine. Something like this. That. You know what? Since it's connecting on that side, let's just at least make it symmetrical. There, that'll be fine. Alright, now this is going to give us problems. This tree needs to be slightly thinned out. Something like that. Yeah, that's a little better. I was not liking how close that was to my head as I come under it. Now, we've got this lead up here. And I don't know how far this will go. We'll just do a traditional bridge, just like the ones we have everywhere else. We can't really see from over here. And then at the other side, we'll do the circular platform thing. Unfortunately, we don't have time to take care of this today. So we will just fill our face a little bit with fish. And when we come back in our next episode, I will try and have this platform finished, the 3 behind me, as well as all of the greenery, if I can, all of the greenery underneath all the trees. If not, though, we'll at least get these last platforms done and start working on our next project. But in the meantime, I think like I said, we're going to call it here, and I hope you've enjoyed the episode and how our progress is coming with the End Island. And as always, I hope you keep coming back for more. But until next time, I hope you have a fantastic time, and I will see you later. Bye!